Mariah the Scientist, Hollywood, California. This is your KNO B4 U GO. Let's get into it. You guys are going to be at the Hollywood Palladium on Saturday and Sunday, March 28th and 29th. Capacity of that venue is 4,000 people. Doors are going to open at 7 and show is at 8. Let's go ahead and break down showtime. Two openers, Akia and Four Bats. Akia comes on at 8, Four Bats around at 8:30, 8:40 mark. Star of the night, Mariah, between that 9:30 and 10 o'clock mark. Probably closer to 9:45, 10 o'clock. Box office is going to open at 5. Those who have purchased VIP packages, the meet and greet and the package below it, please be on the lookout for an email from One More Time VIP. It is going to include all the details that you need, including time for you to check in for your package, because that is going to be different than general admission time. Ticketmaster is offering an upgrade to the vinyl room. It's $50 in cost. It's going to get you access to this premium lounge with a private bar and elevated dinner menu. You'll also get a private entrance to the venue. They mentioned that there may be dedicated artist merch there for select shows. So I can't guarantee that they're going to have her merch in the vinyl room. It just depends on what they choose to do. I know she is going to have her merch available for those who bought the VIP package. So I doubt if it's going to be available in this vinyl room. So I wouldn't, go into it purchasing this package thinking that you may get access to that, because that is a maybe. I cannot confirm if the food is going to be free. If somebody does buy the upgrade, please come back and let me know in the comments if the food is free. The doors are going to open to this room at 5:30, and you do not have to be 21 and above to get into the vinyl room. It is open to whoever has a ticket to the show and purchases the upgrade. There is going to be an after party for the Saturday night show. It's going to be at the Time nightclub in Costa Mesa. It opens at 10. Now that is only for those who are 21 and above. The venue is cashless. Tickets are $72.95 with tax, and there is also an available upgrade, this VIP, which includes express entry, a viewing area, and 2 refreshments for an additional $207.95. That is available through Ticketmaster. You go to Ticketmaster, click on the link, and it's going to take you to a partner site to purchase the tickets for the after party. This venue is a mix of general admission, which is standing room only, and reserved seating. General admission is going to be downstairs, and there is a balcony upstairs that also has general admission, and then your reserved seating is going to be up on the balcony. Bags can be no bigger than 12 by 12. Anything larger than that is going to have to be checked at the coat check for a fee. Bags that are not clear will be subject to additional search. So your bags don't have to be clear. You can bring a colored bag, just no bigger than 12 by 12. But if it's not clear, then you're going to have some more search involved and probably take a little bit more time. No large chains or spiked jewelry. Okay, when we say large chains, nothing bulky. I would say nothing longer than 6 inches. Sometimes we have straps on our purses, ladies, that are made of chains. If that is the case, if it's a short chain, you'll be fine. What they're worried about is anything that is big enough to be used as a weapon. Okay, so when you're trying to decide, think about that. Pepper spray and mace. If you have those on your keychain, take those off, because they are weapons and they're not going to allow them in the venue. If you want to buy alcohol, if you have tickets to pick up at the box office, bring your ID. Okay. Coat check. They do have a coat check that is available. If you need it, you can check your bags there for $2 an item. Portable fans. They are not specifically addressed on their prohibited list, but they can be considered weapons. Okay. So that would be the reason why they may not allow it in the venue. In my opinion, because it gets so hot in those venues, portable fans would definitely be useful. So if you want to bring one, you can try it. But if they happen to tell you no, then this would be the reason why, is because it can't be considered a weapon. Portable chargers are perfectly fine. They typically want them to be no bigger than the size of your phone. Selfie sticks are a no. The venue is cashless, so you want to buy merch, you want to buy food, think tap to pay, or make sure that you bring your cards. The venue is smokeless, but they do have a designated smoking area outside. At the same time, they have a no re-entry policy. So I just want to make sure that if you go outside to smoke, that you make sure that you're going into an area that it is okay, that you're not going to need a new ticket to go back inside. Okay. Cameras with detachable or removable lenses, DSLRs, video camcorders, professional recording equipment, and selfie lights are not allowed. No laptops or iPads. They do have it written that security at the metal detectors has final discretion on whether a camera is considered professional. Okay, so now let's kind of go into a little bit of detail to kind of help you discern whether or not what you have may or may not be considered professional. First, let me cover what's typically allowed. Cameras on your phone, point and shoot, a disposable camera, and sometimes your Polaroid cameras. Okay, I get questions about specific cameras, Canons, Kodaks. This is a good barometer. If you have a camera that has a lens on it that extends further than 3 inches, typically they're going to consider that professional. So don't bring it. If you have a camera, as they have mentioned, that has a detachable lens and it will only work with that detachable lens, don't bring it. If you have a camera that comes with a detachable lens, but it can work without the detachable lens, then you may be okay with just the camera. Okay. I think that covers all that I know. I'm not a camera expert at all. I'm a camera novice. The most that I do is the camera on my phone. But just through research, I've kind of found out some of the things about cameras, and that's what I can tell you off the bat. Typically, no GoPros, no DJIs, nothing that can record. I get a lot of questions about meta glasses. I would not bring those because they technically are recorders. I've gotten questions about spectacles. Typically, they are addressed, and they will tell you that they're not allowed either. Okay, so I hope I've kind of covered a good group of the questions that I get. If you have another question, feel free to drop it down below because I will get back to you. Outside food, nothing is allowed. No water bottles, no food. Only exception is if you have an ADA need. Say you're diabetic and you need a small snack or a small drink. That can be allowed, but you're going to, of course, need to let security know. Okay, but in general, nothing is allowed from the outside. They even mention no unsealed packs of gum. Weird, but it is listed. Umbrellas is a no. Posters, they're not allowed either. If you have an ADA need, their front entrance is going to be your accessible entrance. They want you to use the main entrance, and a member of guest services can assist you to the accessible seating area. They mentioned that we will seat those needing accessible seating once the box office opens on the day of an event. Please be advised that this is done on a first come, first served basis, and our accessible seating area can reach capacity early. Our accessible section on the floor is to the right of the stage and is easily accessible. If you are dropping off someone with accessible needs, please drop them off at the entrance of the Argyle gate. Okay, so that's a lot of info for those who have ADA needs. If you need to bring medication into this venue, a couple of things. One, don't bring no more than what you're going to need for that moment in time, that night. Don't bring your whole medicine bag. Two, if it is a prescription, make sure it is in whatever container, box, etc. that it was prescribed in, and that it has a label on it that matches your ID. If you're going to bring over-the-counter medication, say you're bringing a leave, don't put a leave in a Ziploc bag and bring it. Don't drop it in your purse loose and bring it. Keep it in the Aleve bottle and bring it. Okay? Those are your parameters for outside medication. They mention no open lip balm or chapstick. First time I've ever seen that, but I'm bringing it to you. Also, eye drops are not allowed. Parking is done one of few ways. Ticketmaster sold premier parking. It is currently sold out. But for those who did buy that parking, it is on-site parking off of Argyle Avenue. They label it as the most convenient lot for this venue. The premier parking vouchers are going to be valid starting 2 hours prior to doors opening for the show. And they do not guarantee any earlier entry than 2 hours before the show. Okay, so if you did not purchase premier parking and you are still looking for parking, you can use either Spot Hero or Parkways to get your parking. I'm going to demo Spot Hero. You can do this in either their app or on their website. In the Where Are You Going box, you are going to type MARIAH the Scientist and scroll up under Performers, and you will see MARIAH the Scientist. Click on her, and from there you will see your show at the Hollywood Palladium. We'll select that, and it will spit out all of your options. These options are going to give you the distance from the venue to your lot or garage. And then if you click in whichever one you want to choose, I'm going to pick the first one. It will give you the time that your parking reservation is for. This one is from 5 o'clock to 11:30 p.m. And then if you scroll up, it will show you all of the amenities within that garage or lot. This one has self-parking. It is a covered garage. And typically, if they offer ADA parking, this is where that information will be too, under amenities. Okay, so this is your parking for the Hollywood Palladium. If you are looking for other means of transportation to the venue other than driving, you can take the Metro Red Line and get off at the Hollywood Vine Station. You're going to walk about 2 blocks south on Argyle, and the Palladium will be on your left. So you do have that as an option. Of course, also, if you wanted to do rideshare, that is an option as well. Weather for the evening, 61 degrees and partly cloudy. Hollywood, LA, a beautiful night for a show. That is your number before you go. So a few things before I wrap up this TikTok. One, this is a sold out show. Okay, keep that in mind. This is a sold out show. Two, something that Mariah requested of her audience a couple of shows back. Apparently there's some tussling going on at some of these shows, and she says that she doesn't condone violence. She wants to fight it and stop, or else she's not going to come back. Okay, so just want to put that out there for those who have not heard or have not seen that yet. That is where she stands. And the next part that I'm going to cover is going to hopefully help to curtail some of that. Hopefully. I think in part why some of this may be occurring is because it's crowded. This show is probably going to have definitely the 4,000 people that it has for capacity. It gets hot, and you're going to be waiting if you come at opening door time. Okay, so let's break that all down. One, what time is set time? I've already went over that in the beginning, but I want to come back and hit it again. Akia comes on first at 8. 4 bats at 8:30, 8:40. Mariah is not going to come out any earlier than probably 9:45, 10 o'clock. If you're somebody that doesn't like crowds, does not want to stand, is only there to see Mariah, that 9 o'clock mark may be your sweet spot. Okay? But you're going to have to sacrifice, of course, being close to the stage because you're probably going to get a further back spot unless you have reserved seating. Okay? So that's one option. Two, if you're somebody that wants to be up close, well, then you're going to have to get there. And I would suggest you think about your feet because you're going to be standing because she's not coming out any earlier. The show is about an hour. Her set is about an hour in length. So typically she's done around that 11 o'clock, 11:15 hour. Okay, so you got to think from 7 to 11, that's just being inside. That's not lining up. Okay, so please think about your feet. Think about your feet, think about your hydration, and think about alcohol intake. Okay, all of those things should be considered because that's going to help to make a difference. Packing your patients because it is what it is. You're going to be shoulder to shoulder if you're in general admission standing room. You're going to be shoulder to shoulder and it's going to get hot and it's going to test your patience. Okay, so bring your patients. For those who want to line up to get barricade, you want to try to get up front and personal at that front barricade there and you don't have a VIP package, what time should you get there? Now, please remember, I'm telling this to everybody. Whoever's hearing this TikTok is hearing the same time, okay? So remember that because that can have an effect. If everybody decides to come at this time, then what you're going to have, right? But I say the sweet spot, probably 4 o'clock, 4:30. But just take that and do with that what you like, okay? You may need to come a little bit earlier. The latest I would say to get there, if you want to get front barricade and you're in a general admission line, it's probably 5 o'clock. I wouldn't come no later than 5, okay? What else can I think of? I think I've covered everything. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. It's going to get hot. People have been passing out, okay? And the way to avoid this is to hydrate ourselves. We can't just drink alcohol. We have to drink water as well, okay? And make sure when you're drinking alcohol that you're trying to eat something, okay? Because we don't want to be doing the other thing on people either, all right? We all there to have a good time. Mariah's there to have a good time. She definitely babysits her crowd. She babysits her crowd to make sure that everybody is doing well and everybody is safe. And that's what we want. It's all of us to have an enjoyable time, but have it done safely. Okay, guys? So that's Auntie's Soapbox TED Talk for the show. If you have any questions, you have any comments, please feel free to drop them down below. I do try my best to get back to you in a timely fashion. Download your parking passes if you purchase any, because if you have them ready to go, you're going to have to scan them or show them to somebody to get into your respective lot, garage. If you have them up and ready, that keeps parking moving. Same thing for your tickets for the show. Get them downloaded. Apple Wallet, Ticketmaster mobile wallet, wherever you want to put it. Just put it there so it's ready to go as you're going into this venue. If you are not going to the Hollywood show, but you are going to another show on this tour and you want to be in the Know Before You Go, feel free to give me a follow because I got you. If you are going to any of the other up and coming hot tours for 2026 and you want to be in the Know Before You Go so you can enjoy the show, please feel free to give me a follow because I'm covering a lot of them in 2026. Okay? Hollywood, please be safe, pack your patience, hydrate, and most importantly, enjoy the show, y'all. Bye.